James Kaufman, World News Report today, February 8th, 2025. God bless you and yours, no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. Newsom tells Pacific Palisades property owners, quote, "You can't rebuild the same. We have to rebuild with science. We have to build with climate reality in mind," end quote. For everyone that thought that this was a land grab for control and to turn the Pacific Palisades and the surrounding areas into 15-minute cities, you were 100% correct. Let's listen from the devil's mouth himself.
They mentioned the timeline for rebuilding would be 6 to 9 months. Is that going to happen? And should people rebuild in some parts of California, given how high the fire risk is?
You can't rebuild the same. So we have to rebuild with science. We have to build with climate reality in mind. We have to look at infrastructure, redundancy, systems, ingress, egress as it relates to emergency management and planning, materials. All of that is being reviewed and reconsidered, and with the latest iterations in terms of understanding and technology. And I say technology in the context of how, again, we build the infrastructure to keep it safe, to address undergrounding of lines, how we address the larger issues of redundancy in terms of systems. But more important than anything else is the need to get the debris removed. 30 days to do the hazardous waste. We want to get 6 to 9 months, the rest of the debris done. Concurrently, people are getting permits. So this is all happening, rolling together, and we want to see construction very shortly, and in the next few years, we want to see hundreds, thousands of homes rebuilt.
But I think there's a big question about how do some Californians do that, right? You have State Farm announcing that it has an average 22% interim rate hike for homeowners. The fair insurance plan for the state is just bogged down right now. Your dad, I believe, is on that plan, if I recall. Californians are saying they're not getting the help they need from FAIR, that it's really confusing.
Well, FAIR's not a state plan, it's not a taxpayer-funded plan, it's a syndicate pool run by the insurance market itself, and it's the insurer of last resort, and it's existed back to Ronald Reagan in 1968. As it relates to that plan and their exposure, they have reinsurance, significant amount of reinsurance. We feel strongly at this moment, and again, this changes in real time, that the plan will be able to absorb the losses ultimately. Now, as it relates to the larger issue of the insurance market, not unique to California, but any stretch of the imagination, what's happening with insurance, and this is the reality, the new reality of extremes, extreme heat, extreme drought. You have droughts and rain bombs. You have flooding at the same time you're dealing with droughts, all happening concurrently. There's a new reality, the world we're living in. And if you're not believing science, you have to believe your own eyes, your own lived experience. And the reality is the insurance market understands it better than anyone else. The market and Mother Nature's are going to have to change the way we live and do business in the context of how we plan, how we do land use, zoning in the future along the lines of your question. We have to wake up to this reality. We cannot be in denial.
He's basically making this 100% about climate change after a meeting with Donald Trump, which is scary, in fact.
About what's going on with Mother Nature, again, around the globe, not just...
So just to sort of pin you down on, what does that mean for the rebuilding in some of these high-risk areas?
Just a more sophisticated design and planning. Remember, Altadena, many of those homes were done in the 20s and 30s and 40s for a world that no longer exists from a climate perspective. And so the ability to absorb a deeper understanding as you rebuild it presents itself anew in a profound and we hope impactful way. So I'm concerned about it, but I'm not concerned about our resourcefulness to address it with the most modern standards anywhere in the world. By the way, California leads the nation already in building zoning standards. Our ability now to take it to the next level to be a model for the rest of the country.
A model for the rest of the country. This guy does speak with a golden tongue. No doubt about it. So, folks, y'all are right. 9 months just to clean the stuff up. Years before they build back. And they're going to have to build a certain way. Which, of course, equates to exactly what y'all said. 15-minute cities. God bless. Please share and subscribe. Always remember, anything's possible in bizarro world.